Yes, good morning, students. Sadhana Patel, only one student. What about others? Vinisa Agrawal,
Good morning, sir.
good morning, beta. Himanshu Saini joined. Yeah, Ishadi. So, children, in the earlier class, we were discussing about the lesson footprints without feet. And so far,
सर आपकी आवाज बहुत स्लो आ रही है।
yes, you are not able to hear me. Yes, what do you say, Sadhana, Vinisa, Himanshu? Am I audible to you or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. All
Yeah,
clear.
so the child who
Yes,
made
sir.
child who made the complaint, please check at your end.
Good morning,
So
sir.
Griffin, yeah, good morning everyone. Griffin, a scientist, he discovers a rare drug. What is the story? What we have discussed so far? Griffin is, yeah, by the time everyone will join, I will brief you what we have discussed so far. Griffin, but children, you should join the class at the right time. Griffin, a scientist discovers a rare drug. Now, with the help of this drug, he was able to make himself invisible. Okay, then his landlord disliked him. Okay, and he asked him to leave his house. Now, Griffin wants to take revenge and he put his house on fire. And after putting landlord's house on fire, he became homeless. And after becoming homeless, he started roaming here and there. Okay, first of all, he was spotted by two children there in London. As the children, they saw that footprints were there on a muddy place, though no one was seen walking there. Okay, then as he was walking there in the middle of London, uh, he was naked and it was bitter cold. So, in order to safeguard himself from cold, he entered there in a store. Then, in the store, he worn clothes, he ate, and then he slept. And then in the morning, the attendants of the shop came and they chased him. He ran away from there. Then he entered there in a theatrical company's store. From there, he took all the dresses which were worn by the artist. Okay, and he robbed the owner of the shop with his money. And from there, he went to Epping, a village away from London. And why he decided to go to Epping? Because so that he could remain there in solitude, in loneliness. Okay, and at inn he was quite a strange person for everyone. Okay, and then what happened? By the time he utilized all the money, he robbed that of the theatrical shop. He was in need of money, and for that he robbed the clergyman. Okay, and we were discuss. This was the last thing we were discussing, that shortly afterwards a curious episode occurred. Very early in the morning, a clergyman and his wife were awakened by noises in study. They were awakened by noises in study. And what kind of noise this was? What kind of noise this was? This was the noise of, they heard the chink of money being taken from the clergyman's desk. The sound was coming if someone was taking money from the desk. When the clergyman, he heard this noise, he went there in the study. Though the noise was coming, that of money being taken, but no one was seen there. Okay, so without making any noise, and with a poker, with a metal rod in his hand, the clergyman, he went there. Okay. Then to his amazement, he realized that the room appeared to be empty. He and his wife looked under the desk. No one was there. So that entire day, this became the talk of the town, that what happened there at the clergyman's house. No one was seen, but also it resembled that somebody was taking money, and the money was not there in the desk. Somebody has taken it from there, but no one was seen. So all these you have understood, children, what we discussed there in the earlier class?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now we will discuss extraordinary affair. The clergyman kept saying for the rest of the day. For the rest of the day, he kept on saying that something extraordinary thing took place at his house. But it was not an extraordinary as the behavior of Mrs. Hall's furniture. A little later than morning. But what that was witnessed by Mrs. Hall, that was something more extraordinary than what was witnessed by the clergyman. What had happened there, the landlord and his wife were up very early. They were up very early and were surprised to see the scientist's door wide open. On that day, they found that the scientist, who is the scientist? Griffin. Yeah, Griffin's room was wide open on that day. Now, why it was something strange? Because he used to keep his room closed. He used to keep his room shut all the time. So, usually it was shut and locked, and he was furious if anyone entered in his room. He used to get angry when anyone used to peep in his room, anyone used to enter in his room. The opportunity seemed too good to be missed, and when Mrs. Hall and the landlord, they saw Griffin's room wide open, they thought that today it is a very good opportunity to see what is there in his room, because all the time he used to keep his room shut and he used to remain there in complete solitude. They peeped round the door, saw nobody, and decided to investigate. They saw there they entered in the room, they saw what is there, and they found no one there. Okay, so they developed a curiosity to see what is there in the room. They peeped round the door, saw nobody, and decided to investigate. The bedclothes were cold, showing that the scientist must have been up for some time. And strange still, the clothes and bandages that he always wore were lying about the room. All the clothes he used to wear, all the bandages which he used to put there on his face, they were there on the bed, and his bed was giving an impression that who was sleeping there has awakened quite early. All of a sudden, Mrs. Hall heard a sniff close to her ear. But suddenly she noticed something strange. And what was it? She noticed a sniff. Sniff means somebody was breathing close to her, but no one was seen. Okay. So what she noticed? She noticed sniff. Okay. What is a sniff? Breathing. That someone was breathing very close to her. A moment later, the hat on the bedpost lifted. The hat on the bedpost lifted. It jumped up. The hat was jumping up. Okay. Lift up and dashed itself into her face. Okay. So the hat which was kept there on the bed, it lifted up and it dashed against her face. Then the bedroom chair became alive, and then the bedroom chair became alive, springing into the air. It moved up there in the air. It charged straight at her legs foremost. Okay. As she and her husband turned away in terror, the extraordinary chair pushed them both out of the room and then appeared to flame and locked the door after them. Okay, and as they were in terror and with frightened, a lot of they frightened very much, and they came out of the room, and when they were coming out of the room, they were pushed by the chair. Now all why the landlord and his wife, they were frightened very much, because no one was seen there in the room, but the things were turning very unusual. Okay, the hat, it was moving up there in the air. The chair, also no one was there to lift it, but then also it was seen moving up there in the air. Okay, so it was quite strange, and they became very much afraid, and being afraid, they ran away from the room. And while they were running out of the room, then they were pushed by the chair. Okay, so this was quite strange for Mrs. Hall and her husband. Now, Mrs. Hall almost fell down the stairs in hysterics. She was convinced that the room was haunted by spirits. Now, she was very much terrified, and she was convinced that Griffin's room was haunted by spirits, that some ghost is there in the room, and that the stranger had somehow caused these to enter into her furniture, and the ghost, the spirit, might have entered there in the furniture. Okay, so children, this much you have understood, that why the lady was frightened. Okay, and what strange she found there in Griffin's room at that morning. Is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
And what strange incident took place there at the clergyman's house that morning? That also you have understood?
Yes, sir.
So two strange things took place on that particular morning. One, it happened at the clergyman's house, and the second, it happened there in Griffin's room. The clergyman was also very much surprised that the money was taken from his study, from the drawer, and the sound of the coins being taken was heard, but then also no one was seen. Same happened with Mrs. Hall, the owner of the inn. She saw Griffin's room wide open. She entered out of curiosity there in the room, and then she saw that in the room some unusual activities. Okay, the hat was moving up and down. The chair was also moving up and down. No one was there to lift them. No one was seen, but then also this abnormal thing was found there. And when being frightened, they were coming out of the room, then they were pushed with the chair out of the room. So this is something strange. This is something strange happened on that particular morning. Then what she concluded, Mrs. Hall, what she concluded? She concluded that might have been possible that some spirit, some ghost has visited the room of Griffin. My poor mother used to sit in that chair, she moaned, to think it should rise up against me now. Then she started remembering ghost, of whose ghost my mother used to sit on. The feeling among the neighbors was that the trouble was caused by witchcraft. It was due to witchcraft. Witchcraft means black magic. Okay. Witchcraft means black magic. So they were of the opinion, the neighbors were of the opinion that some black magic someone has learned, and with the help of that these activities has been performed. But witchcraft or not, when news of burglary, burglary means theft. Burglary means theft. And where the theft took place, where an attempt of burglary took place, at the clergyman's house. At the clergyman's house, the money was looted from his study. Okay. So when news of burglary at the clergyman's home became known, the strange scientist was strongly suspected of having had a hand in it. The scientist, Griffin, he was suspected to have a hand in that burglary attempt. Okay. Suspicion grew even stronger when he suddenly produced some ready case. And this suspicion, this doubt, suspicion means doubt. This doubt become even more stronger when he produced the money, okay, produced some ready cash, because so far he was not paying money for his expenses, but today he paid. Though he had admitted not longer before that he had no money, he admitted that he had no money, but today he paid all his dues. So he was suspected that might be possible his hand might be there in the burglary at the clergyman's house. The village constable was secretly sent for. Instead of waiting for the constable, Mrs. Hall went to the scientist, who had somehow mysteriously appeared from his empty bedroom. Mrs. Hall went there to Griffin's room. Why she went there to call him as the village policeman came, but it was strange. When she entered the room, she found the scientist there. Now, from where he came, that was a mystery. I want to know what you have been doing to my chair upstairs, she demanded. I want to know what you have been doing to my chair upstairs, she demanded. And I want to know how it is you came out of an empty room and how you entered a locked room. The room was locked, how you entered, your room was locked, how you entered there in the room. Okay, and I want to know how it is you came out of an empty room. The scientist was always quick-tempered. Now he was quick-tempered. Quick-tempered means short-tempered. Okay, who used to be very angry at small things. Now he became furious. He became very much furious. He became very much angry. You don't understand who or what I am, he shouted. Very well, I will show you, he replied to the landlady, that you don't understand what I am, what I can do. Okay. Suddenly he threw off bandages, whiskers, spectacles, and even nose. It took him only a minute to do this. The horrified people in the bar found themselves staring at a headless man. And now everyone was staring at a headless man. Now, how he was a headless man, you understood, because all the bandages, the false nose, whatever he was having there on his face, he removed. And as all these things were removed from there, he became headless, because rest of the body he was wearing the clothes, and as he was wearing the clothes, he was visible, but the upper part was not visible. So he became headless. Mr. Jeffers, the constable. Now, Mr. Jeffers was the constable. He was the village constable. Mr. Jeffers, the constable, now arrived and was quite surprised to find that he had to arrest a man without a head. The village constable was very much surprised that today he has to arrest a headless man. But Jeffers was not easily prevented from doing his duty. But Jeffers was not easily prevented from doing his duty. If a magistrate's warrant ordered a person's arrest, then that person had to be arrested with or without his head. Okay, if there was a warrant against someone, then that person was to be arrested. If he is having a head or not, that person was to be arrested. There followed a remarkable scene as the policeman tried to get hold of a man who was becoming more and more invisible as he threw off one garment after another. But the strange things kept on going, because as the policeman made an attempt to arrest that man, he started becoming more and more invisible. First, only the head was not visible, then the other parts of the body. And how it happened? Because Griffin, he started taking out one cloth after another. Okay. Finally, a shot flew out the air, and the constable found himself struggling with someone he could not see at all. Some people tried to help him, but found themselves hit by blows that seemed to come from nowhere. Okay, so what happened? As an attempt was made by the constable to arrest, he became more and more invisible. And how he became more and more invisible? Whatever the clothes he was wearing, he threw them one by one, and due to this, what happened? He became invisible. And those who were trying to help the constable, they were hidden blows and from nowhere, because he was not visible. In the end, Jeffers was knocked unconscious as he made a last attempt to hold on to the unseen scientist. Okay, and this Jeffers, he was made unconscious as he made the last attempt to arrest the scientist. There were nervous, excited cries of hold him, but this was easier said than done. Everyone was saying hold him, hold him. But how to hold him? He was not visible at all. So how to hold him? Griffin had shaken himself free, and no one knew where to lay hand on him. Okay, no one was knowing how to catch a hold of him. Okay, so this is the story, children. So have you understood what the story is? Unconscious.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
To lose conscious. Okay, and okay, to fall down. Now, Griffin. So the story you have understood or not? The story you have understood
Yes,
or not?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Understood, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
The
sir.
correct-
Understood, sir.
Yeah, the characters are, one is Griffin. Okay, and what is the other character's name? Mrs.
Mrs.
Hall.
Hall.
And then, yeah, then the policeman. Okay,
Mr. Jaffer.
yeah, Jeffers.
Mr. Jaffer.
Yeah,
Mr.
Sir, two children we.
yeah, Mr. Jeffers, two children. Okay, and the clergyman. Okay, all these are the characters. So regarding the scientist, you will remember the scientist discovered what? He discovered a drug with the help of which he
Rare
became
drugs.
invisible. Then you have to remember his journey, how he proceeded. So first of all, he was seen there on the his footprints were noticed there on the muddy path. That was a surprise, because no one was seen by the children, but then also the footprints were there. Then he ran away from there. Then he entered there in the store. Why he entered there in the store? Why he decided to enter there in the store? Because
To
outside
protect from the cold.
outside it was very much
Cold.
cold. Then after entering there in the store, what was done by him?
He worn clothes.
Yes, he wore clothes. He ate.
He wore cloth. He sleep on a bed,
Yeah,
putting in the
yeah,
store.
yes. So he wore
You
clothes.
go through
He eat
kitchen.
meat. He
He
eat
went
meat.
to, he went to the kitchen and ate, and then he slept. Okay, being very much comfortable. Then what happened in the morning? What happened in the morning? In the morning, the shop
The
was
sweeper
open.
saw him.
The people saw him.
It was opened by
People
the
saw him.
attendants, and the attendants, when they saw some stranger, then they started running after him. They chased him, and he ran away from there. Okay, and again what happened? He took out his clothes so that no one could identify him. Then he went to where?
Theatrical
he
company.
Yes. Why theatrical company? So that he could get all the items to not only clothes to wear, but means as the artist there in the theatrical company, they used to take a false nose, okay, and they used to cover their face, okay. So all these things, to take all these things, so he covered his entire body. Otherwise, what happen if he is covering some part of the body, then uh, the other parts which are not, which are covered, they seems visible, okay, and which are not covered, this they are invisible. So he put something there on his face also, so that no one could identify him, and to no one he seems strange. So he put some nose, false nose, that was used by the artist there in the theatrical company, and he covered his face, and then he went to Epping, the village. What is the name of the village?
Inni.
Epping. Yeah, and there he stayed there in an inn, and he said to the owner that he met with an accident. That's why he has covered his face, and he wants complete solitude. He don't want anyone to disturb him. Okay, and he robbed some money also there from the theatrical shop. So with that money, it was quite easy for him to meet his expenses. So as long as that money he was having, he was able to meet his expenses, whatever the expenses he used to do, he was able to pay. Okay. Then what happened? What strange thing took place there? What strange thing took place there? That one day,
The
Chair.
clergyman heard a sound
one day,
of coins.
one day, a strange event took place there at the clergyman's study.
House.
Okay, and what was it? That it seemed to the clergyman. Clergyman means a person who is doing some work there in the church. So it seemed to them that someone was taking money from the drawer. The sound of money being taken from the drawer was listened, but no one was seen. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So it was quite strange for the clergyman, though he went there at that place with a rod there in his hand, okay, to find out who is the culprit, but no one was seen. Then further strange thing was noticed by Mrs. Hall, the owner of the inn. What she noticed?
The chair swing in the room of the griffin.
Yes, and the hat was
The
moving,
hat
leaping. Yeah,
and
but no.
he listened. Mrs. Pomfrey listened the breathing of a person.
Yeah, and she felt breathing of a person. She felt that someone was sniffing nearby her, but no one was seen. And by the time she was about to leave the room, she found that she has been thrown out. She has been pushed by the chair. So she thought that some spirit might have entered, some ghost might have entered there in Griffin's room. Then what more strange thing took place, that he paid all the dues on that day. Okay, and he appeared to his room from nowhere. He was seen nowhere. The room was closed from outside, but then also he appeared. So from where he came, that was a surprise. So he became a prime suspect there in the this burglary done at the clergyman's study. The theft done at the clergyman's study, he became a suspect in that. And then what happened? The village policeman was called. Village policeman was called, The name of the village policeman is
Mr. Jeffers.
Jeffers. So Mr. Jeffers was called. Now to Mr. Jeffers, when Griffin was called, then at that time he became very much angry. When Mrs. Hall went there, he said that you don't know what I can do. Okay, he became invisible, and when he was brought down, at that time for Mr. Jeffers also it was a surprise. How it was a surprise? Because he found a headless man. Okay, his head, as it was not covered from the bandages, from the nose which he took there from the theatrical shop. Okay, so he was not wearing at that time. So as he was not wearing, he was looking like a headless person. Okay, and then by the time the policeman made an attempt to arrest him, the policeman, Mr. Jeffers, found that he was becoming more and more visible, more and more invisible. He was becoming more and more invisible. Now, how he was becoming more and more invisible?
By taking out clothes one by one.
Yes, by taking out clothes one by one. The more clothes he was taking out, the more invisible he was becoming. Now, they made an attempt to arrest him, and all the other people who were there, they also helped the policeman, but they were not able because he was hitting at them. Okay, so due to this, they were not able to, and Mr. Jeffers was knocked in such a manner that he lost his consciousness. He fall down, he lost his consciousness, and all this happened there, and he was not arrested at all because he was not visible. Okay, so this is the story, children. Have you understood or not?
Yes, sir, understood.
Now the keynote is
Yes, sir, understood.
the keynote of the lesson is this. The story is this: that a scientist misused his discovery for his selfish interest, for his own motive. Whatever scientists used to discover, they should be utilized for the common good of the society. Okay, they should be utilized for the collective good of the mankind. They should benefit the entire mankind. But he used his discovery for his own interest and with an ill mind. So, do you consider it as right or wrong? Yes, students. So, this could not be.
He was wrong, sir.
Yeah, he was wrong. This could not be justified. Okay. So now we will discuss the questions. So if we start right from the starting, you see in this read and find out, some questions are given, though no question number is there. These are also to be done by you. You have to do all these. So how did the invisible man first become visible? How did the invisible man first
By
become
wearing the clothes. By wearing the clothes in the store.
by wearing the clothes there at the store. Then why was he wandering the streets? Why he was wandering? Why he was roaming here and there in the streets? Because he became.
Because he was homeless.
Yes, Sadhna. Because he became homeless after putting his landlord's house on fire. As he was not having home, so he was roaming here and there. Then the next it is, why does Mrs. Hall find the scientist eccentric? Why did she found him eccentric? Something like a mad person, very strange.
Sir,
Yes.
eccentric matlab?
Eccentric means like a mad person. Okay, or who is having a very unusual behavior, who is not like ordinary people. Yes. So, why does Mrs. Hall find the scientist eccentric? Yes, who will answer? Because the scientist, yeah, who will answer? Yes, students. The scientist, Mrs. Hall, she made every attempt to make friendship with him, to be friendly with him, but he was not mixing up with anyone. He was not talking with anyone. If anybody made an attempt, then also he used to say that I came
Sir?
here. Yes, Sadhna.
He tells Mrs. Hall that he had no money, but he paid all the bills suddenly.
This is not in terms of how he was eccentric. It was related. This is related to his behavior. Okay, so how he was eccentric, because she made every attempt to be friendly with him, but then also he was not at all friendly. Okay, whoever used to get mixed up with him, he used to say that he wanted to be there in loneliness. He wanted to be there in solitude. Okay, and this his face, okay, all the time he used to keep his face covered. Okay, some bandages and all that he used to put. So Mrs. Hall made every effort to make Griffin happy. She was quite friendly to him, but Griffin had no desire to talk to her. He wanted to be alone and didn't want to be disturbed. So all these things compelled her to think that this man was something like an eccentric person. The next, what other extraordinary things happen? What curious episode occurred in the study? What curious episode occurred there in the study of clergymen? Yes. Yes, children. What curious episode took place at the study of the clergyman? Yes. What event took place at the clergyman's study? You people are not able to answer what happened there at the clergyman's study. Yes, Bharti Nagar.
Sir,
Sir?
Yes, yes, Ritika. Yeah,
a
Ritika.
clergyman and his wife were awakened by some strange noises in the study very early in the morning.
Very good, Ritika. The clergyman and his wife, they were awakened by some strange noise, and it was something like that someone was taking money. It was
Creeping
the sound
downstairs.
of coins. It was the sound of coins being taken. It seemed that someone was opening the drawer, and he listened the sound of money being taken. Okay, then what other extraordinary things happened at the inn? What other extraordinary things happened at the inn? The inn whose owner was Mrs. Hall. What extraordinary things took place at that inn on that particular day?
Sir, at the inn,
Started.
Mrs. Hall and her husband went into the scientist's room on finding its door open. However, he was not seen in the room, but Mrs. Hall heard a sniff and the hat on the bedpost leaped up and dashed into her face.
Very good, Ritika. Very much correct. So she went there in the scientist's room. She found the room wide open. It was quite strange because all the time the room used to remain shut. Okay, so on that day when she found the room open, it was quite strange for her. Then she entered, she peeped there in the room, and there she saw that the hat was moving up and down. She heard someone's sniff close to her, and she also saw that the chair was moving up and down. So all these were something strange. And when she was about to leave the room, being horrified, she found that if someone has pushed her with the help of the chair. Okay, so all these were quite strange. Is it clear to you, students? Children, you have to provide your response. You should understand that throughout your observation is made there in the class, how you are responding, whether you are responding or not. Okay, so you make it a habit that when a question is asked, you should respond. It will not remain like this, that you will keep quiet, you will not provide response. Okay, whenever a question is asked, you should raise your hand and you should reply. Okay, so the next question is, Griffin was rather a lawless person. Comment who? Yeah, Sadhana is providing answer, Ritika and Anushika. Okay, everyone, Manali. Okay, everyone has to provide response. Griffin was rather a lawless person. Griffin was a lawless person. How you can say Griffin was a lawless person? Who will respond?
Please
Yes,
repeat the
students.
question.
Sadhana, just wait. Let others answer. Bharti Nagar, you tell. Bharti. Bharti, are you there, Bharti? Bharti Nagar. Yeah, so Bharti, tell the answer. Griffin was rather a lawless person. Yes. So this is very simple. Yes, Anushika.
Sir, when the lady Hall and her husband came in the Griffin's room, then the Griffin threw a chair at her and her husband. Lawless persons like Griffin never think about the safety and well-being of others. They are only concerned about themselves.
Okay, so children, see, he was a lawless person because he broke the laws. He did all the work that was not that could not be justified as per the law. And when the court came to arrest him, at that time he has not surrendered. Rather than what? Rather than he made himself invisible and he escaped from there. So all this suggests what? He was lawless person. So we will discuss the remaining questions, children. I will also ask you extra questions. We will also discuss extra questions. We will discuss abstract based questions also. Okay, so that we will do there in the next class. Okay, so come prepared and everyone. Yes, you have to provide your response. Okay, so this class comes to an end here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, children.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.